you sexy ass motherfuckers? This is Majin, and we back, and we're gonna continue Ace Attorney Phoenix Wright. However, people need to be let know that I am live, because not everybody is... YouTube's notifications, you know? Gotta put this shit on my, I gotta put this shit on my fucking, Discord and shit. Alright, let me see. Hold on, let me see. Copy link. There we go. There we go. So, I have gotten some new... I got a new package the other day, which was very nice, and one of them was a very rare find. And... you see here? I'm gonna show you. We got... Alone in the Dark, New Nightmare for the PS2. We got... Oh yeah, I got this from London, that's right. I showed y'all this earlier, but DOA 1 and Cowabunga Collection, physical. However, the rare thing I got is this. This is Duel Heroes, a fighting game for the N64, and this is an expensive one. It's a 3D fighter that's kind of banking off the style of like Power Rangers and Super Sentai and Kamen Rider kind of shit. I have never played it. I have never heard of it. But I do intend to play it. Eventually. But yeah, rare game get, you could say. Rare game get. While I'm working, I'm just gonna... You can look at Miles's crotch, I don't know. I'm kidding. Let me see. I got 2 more places to put my link. There you go. And in this one, live stream. Hey, Malone! Let me see. There we go. In here. Is that it? I think I'm done. But yeah. Yes, you are. Alright. Look. Mila. And anybody else watching. Dual Heroes for the N64, an incredibly rare N64 fighting game. It says on the back that it's a 3D fighter, but I'm not sure if I believe them, because back then, they would say it's a 3D fighting game by having 3D graphics. And I have never played this or heard of this, so, guess I'll find out eventually, right? It's like Power Rangers theme, right? Like, Mala, tell me, does this shit not look like the Red fucking Ranger? Does this not look like the Red Ranger? Looks like you got a Red Ranger and an Orange Ranger and a Green Ranger that's really big and a Black Ranger? Yeah, you get my point. A black and silver Ranger, weird white and purple Ranger. It's, oh, whatever. It's a game. It's a video game that exists. But I'm going now to press continue. We're about to go to court. February 23rd, 11:56 a.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby number 2.
Mr. Wright?
Huh? What?
Are trials always like this with you? Like, you're swimming up the bottom of a lake, about to reach the surface, but no matter how hard you paddle, you never seem to get there.
Pretty much. It's the same case, Mala, but, like, it did get to where the part is over, but it's the same court case day, if that makes sense. So yeah, it's direct continuation. Except today, we're swimming in quicksand. So what happened to your sister anyway?
Apparently, she got called off to the judge's chambers.
Probably something to do with that piece of cloth.
So, this is where we turn this trial around, right? Our only weapon, a tiny, insignificant piece of cloth.
I'm the one who's starting to feel tiny and insignificant, to tell the truth. Hola, partner. They say you show a red cloth to a bull, it'll fire up its temper. That's what they told me when I was a youngin', at least.
Officer Marshall!
Thought I'd come take a look-see at how the trial's going. Looks like I'm late. They've got the home ranch locked down tighter than a fort in enemy territory. That hard to slip out, huh? What is going on over there anyway? All the police I've seen these last 2 days have really been on edge. Been really on edge. Don't you get enough on your plate without worrying about other people, compadre? You could be worrying about the chief prosecutor's tasting mufflers, for example.
Officer Marshall? The whole muffler thing didn't have anything to do with scarves. She wasn't even wearing a scarf.
You don't say. Now, don't that just beat all? I've seen the red breeze blow at her slender neck many a time. I saw it that day too. She was wearing a red muffler.
What?
At the award ceremony that afternoon. Edgeworth seen it too, I reckon. What does that mean? In the photograph taken at the crime scene, she wasn't wearing a scarf.
So, Miss Starr wasn't mistaken.
Well, it's about time. Remember, partner, sometimes you gotta grab the bull by the horns. And sometimes you just gotta let that bull go where he will. Time will tell. Ugh. I have a bad feeling about this.
So, what are we swimming in now, Mr. Wright?
If it's steak sauce, I can hook you up with some fine ribs. Ooh-wee! Yeah, the cowboy theme is pretty good. Marshall has a really good theme. Alright, here we go. I'd like to resume. What's up? The judge keeps looking over at the prosecution. Is something wrong, Mr. Edgeworth? Your face is blue. Your lips are purple. You're sweating bullets. That furrowed brow. Those grinding teeth. Those watery eyes. What's more, your eyes are unfocused. You're doubled over. Your back is... It can't be. This can't happen.
I wonder what's happened to Mr. Edgeworth.
Well then, I believe it is time we continued on with this trial. During our recess, I had requested that the prosecution conduct an investigation. This is unacceptable! It seems our prosecutor is quite beside himself.
Excuse me? Knock knock?
Who's there? No, excuse me, knock knock. Who's there? What's with this guy? A strange, stuffy aura seems to be filling the courtroom.
Hey! The temperature rose 5.7 degrees when that man came in.
Who on earth is he? Oh! It's you! Oh! Sorry, I'm late, Ajay. The roads were packed. It's just me. Long time no see, eh, Ajay? How you been? Swim much these days? Ah, hello. No, I've been so busy. Busy, smizzy, Ajay, my boy. You have to make time to relax. Yes, indeed.
Archie seems to be his nickname for the judge?
I'm afraid you're right. Very afraid. Sorry, but who are you? So you're Righto, the attorney. I have heard good things about you, my son. Thanks? So sorry about the little worthy giving you all that trouble, eh? You know, we should all go swimming together sometime. Jolly! Little worthy? Mr. Wright! You don't know the district chief of police? Chief of police? He's the top-ranking police officer in the entire district. Name's Gant. Damon Gant. Pleased to meet you, everyone. So, what do we owe this honor today? It's been over 2 years since you last came to this courtroom, hasn't it? Well, it's worthy here. Look at the poor fellow. I just thought I'd help out by bringing this.
Hey, that's my sister's muffler.
So, Miss Star wasn't just seeing things. When the crime occurred, Miss Skye really was wearing that muffler. But to think that it was stuffed into that exhaust pipe on little Worthy's car, no less. It's really quite embarrassing, even for us. What's this? Hey! It's what you'd call a switchblade knife. Quite perplexing, this. Yeah, we in trial. We just started. Chief! What kind of outfit are you running? Mr. Edgeworth! How could they miss such a vital piece of evidence? If your investigators are this lax, how do you expect us to do our job? Now wait a minute, Worthy! I've no desire to hear your excuses. I'm telling you to wait. Or didn't you hear me? Have a look at this document where it says person in charge of investigation. There's no mistaking that signature, is there, Miles Edgeworth? That's not fair. On the day of the crime, I had your head in the clouds because you got that award. I know how you feel. I was playing Yu-Gi-Oh! With the master, he was trying to deck me out. But you're the person in charge. I'll expect a written apology. What? Are you serious? Don't be too upset. We'll find a way to clean up this mess that you made.
This is the first time. This is the first time I've seen Mr. Edgeworth at a loss for words.
This kind of major blunder is unlike you, Mr. Edgeworth. Gah. The court accepts this new evidence. But I'd like to ask the defense a favor first. Yes? Just to be sure, I'd like to take a look at the blade of this knife. The blade, Your Honor? Well, I don't see why not.
Could you open it up for me, I wonder?
Yes, well, I think all you have to do is push that switch and...
If I cut my finger, Mr. Wright, I wouldn't be able to pound my gavel anymore.
Yeah, but if I cut my finger, I won't be able to point it at people anymore.
Come on, just hurry up and open it.
All right.
There is a small tag on this knife. It seems to say SL92. What does that mean?
Well, I've heard something similar. DL6 of DL6 incident fame.
Why, it's strange.
Huh? What is?
I'm not certain. But I get the feeling I've seen this before. Letters like this. Or letters that look a lot like this. Somehow.
All right. What else we got? All right.
Wow! Don't scare me like that.
I'm the one who's scared.
Look at this knife blade. The tip is broken off.
Hey! The judge has a majestic beard. Yes, he does. How you doing? And this dark red stain. Blood? Found at the crime scene, wrapped in the defendant's muffler. Small tag attached. This does not excuse the actions of the police department. I would like to hear an explanation for the police chief himself.
I am terribly sorry, but could I ask you to testify for us? About the split between prosecutors and the police, and this knife.
Sure thing. Not a problem. Not even a little one, really. All right, here we go. So, won't get into it here? Yeah, I get you. I hope everything, you know. This knife is special, but I can't say how here. Unless there's evidence to prove a connection between this knife and Goodman. That was a bad day for the department. We weren't in any shape to do any investigation. A detective was killed at the police department. See? What a mess! The time of the crime? 5:15. Scary coincidence, eh? It's not officially linked to this here case, so I can't talk much about it.
There was a murder at the police department. Detective?
That's hush-hush information, Ajay. We haven't exactly announced it yet. Wait a second. You said 5:15? That's the exact time that Detective Goodman was killed at the prosecutor's office.
Order! Order!
Anyway, we at the department are all a bit flustered. As you might as well assume. we're in the middle of a top-secret investigation. Don't tell anyone, alright? Okay?
I think we understand the police department situation. Well, Mr. Wright?
2 detectives killed at the same time in 2 different places?
The chances of that are really slim. Scientifically speaking, of course.
I'd like to exercise my right to cross-examine the witness.
Very well. However, keep your questions focused on the case at hand.
Alright, apartment is disorder. Excuse me, special? Hard to come by this particular knife anywhere else. Might that special thing be this little tag? Oh! Sorry, Writer, but I can't say that now. Not that. We've established that the knife in Goodman's chest was this knife. Now, why was there another knife at the scene of the crime?
That's quite a mystery.
And like a mystery, it's wrapped in something. A muffler. This knife was found on the scene of our crime. I think that makes it connected to the case, don't you? See, there's a lot of things that go on at the department I can't explain. It's delicate, okay? Sorry, Righto.
Maybe there's something about the knife that will give us a clue. Let's examine that knife. Well, we can, Righto.
Evidence that links this knife to Detective Goodman. I think perhaps the pieces are falling into place. I should try presenting the piece of evidence that's had me stumped all this time. So, how are things down at the department? Okay, I'm gonna take the opportunity to just... Okay, I can't examine that quite yet. Bam, 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 bam. Something happened at the police department too, huh? You've got... You've got a good look in your eyes there, Righto, my boy. Sharp. Hungry. So, something did happen. And why wasn't I informed? Why weren't you informed? Well, why didn't you ask? No matter, I understand. You were busy. What with Lana's case and all. Well, what happened? What happened at the police department that day? Straight out of DuckTales? I'll take it! Are you thinking of Webby? On the day that a detective was killed in the prosecutor's parking lot, another detective was killed at the police department? That's a fact. Surprising, isn't it, Ajay?
I'm at a loss for words.
And the perpetrator? Do you have a suspect? Well, there was a suspect. Just arrested him, in fact. just arrested. That was quick. But there's still a lot of unanswered questions. Maybe you could help, Righto? 80s cartoon voice, I hear you. I did grow up with a lot of that shit. I suppose I could help if you help me by giving me data on your case. Yeah, 80s, 90s, regardless. Like, DuckTales was technically, like, really late 80s. Oh, good one! This kid's sharp. Okay, here's the deal. I'll tell you one thing and one thing only. Where the victim was found, how the victim was killed, when the victim died. So tell me, where was the victim found? Well, I can't speak on where the corpse was found, but I can say the crime took place in the evidence room at the police department. The evidence room? You wouldn't know about the evidence room, would you, Righto? Can't say I've heard of it. Guess I should ask again once I learn a little bit more about this evidence room. There's something stranger about this than the place where the body was found. The time of the crime? 5:15. Scary coincidence, eh? 5:15? But that's when Detective Goodman was killed in the prosecutor's office. What? Funny, isn't it? A murder at the prosecutor's place and a murder at our place at the very same time. What are the chances? Coincidence?
This is just my gut feeling, but I'd say there's a 0.001% chance of that happening.
Well, break is over. Good luck with your trial, counselor. Yeah, have a good one. Chief Gant, please tell us more about the incident. It's not officially linked to this here case, so I can't talk too much about it. How can you say there's no connection? How? Because I'm the chief of police. I can't just say anything I please, Righto. You understand?
Try to understand, Righto.
Well, if you prove there's a connection, more power to you. Maybe there's something more that ties the two murders together. Whatever it is, I'd better find it and get to the bottom of this. 2 detectives were killed at 5:15, one at the prosecutor's office. The tide looks like a cross, the little circle. It is a cross. It is a cross. It is a cross. And one at the police department. That can't be a coincidence.
And that knife! And the knife! What was it doing here?
I'd better check this knife out. The knife is special, but I can't say how here. Alright, this is where I go through all of this shit again. Let me see. Here we go. How the victim was killed. Well, how's the detective killed? How was he killed? Now that's the interesting part. It's what we call in the force a stabbing with a knife. The knife? That's exactly the same as Detective Goodman. That's the spirit! We're cooking now! But you know, that's not the only thing that was exactly the same. What do you mean? There were more similarities between the two cases than cause of death. Seems like I'm going to have to press this a bit harder. Alright, let's repeat this again. Let's go with when, just because. So, when did the murder at the police department occur? Now that's a sharp question, Wrighto, very sharp. Well, my boy, you're gonna love this. Alright, now I'm gonna ask again about where, and he might have more shit for me regarding the evidence room. Where? Okay, I should ask when I learn more. My dude, what is there to learn? Yes, blah 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 blah, I know. Uh-huh. Okay. L9. I mean, there is. It's a bad day for the department. We weren't in any shape. Any investigation. Detective was killed. What a mess. I need to take a sip. Hold on. Ah, got that watermelon flavor. Let's save. Let me see. Your Honor, that statement contradicts this evidence.
It does? I don't see anything contradictory.
Really?
Objection overruled. Trying to think before you make accusations, Mr. Wright.
Whoops! That didn't go so well. Alright. Alright, I think this is one of those I have to just press every single fucking thing. Skip. Yeah, we're going over this too. How the victim was killed. Let's go about this. $5.15. Oh, that's not it. I already did. I already saved. I have beaten this case before, but I genuinely don't remember what I had to do. Yeah, I saved beforehand. How you doing? I have beaten all the games in the series except for the Professor Layton crossover, but not on stream. I want my I want to spread the word. Okay, let me see. I remember that for this. Oh, the one after. Wait, hold on! I think I remember what I need. Goodness ID. Yeah, yabba-dob, whatever. That's not what I'm looking for. Well, where was it? I think I have a piece of evidence that might... There we go! Wait a second! Ah! At last! An honest-to-goodness objection! This knife. This has to have something to do with Detective Goodman!
What do you mean?
Ah! Aha! And honest to goodness, what do you mean from Ajay? This is great! Look at the tag on this knife. It reads SL92.
And this is important. Why?
Over here, we also have a memo that was on the body of the victim.
What's this? 6 minus 7s? 12 divided by 2?
Your Honor, it's upside down.
Upside?
The printed name in the memo makes it look like it's right side up. But turn it around, what do you get? Bibbidi bobbidi boo. Whoever wrote this note was holding the paper upside down.
SL9! That's the same tag that is written on the knife's tag. Order! Order! Well, Chief?
Well, I guess the cat's out of the bag. You win, Righto. I win? What game is this guy playing? This knife was evidence in a case. It was stolen from the department's evidence room. So this knife was stolen? Yes, but on the day of the murder. It was evidence, you say. Was it, in fact, a murder weapon? Nice, nice, nice! Good show, little worthy. It was a murder weapon as it happens. It was evidence from a case long since solved. So, this knife was stolen on the day of the murder. And it was found in the exhaust pipe of Edgeworth's car.
Hard to think there isn't a connection there.
Now is when I can. This is where I can do my thing. Now I ask where.
I remember.
Alright. Where the victim was found. So tell me, where was the victim found? Well, I can't speak on where the corpse was found, but I can say the crime took place in the evidence room at the police department. The evidence room? Wait a second. I have heard of that! I mean, he should. But Karma electrocuted his ass in evidence room. So... this game has really fucking bad continuity with the same game they put it in. But I get it. This is like 10 years after the game actually released when they added this game, so it makes sense that it feels kind of disjointed.
The evidence room? Didn't he mention that in his testimony just now?
This knife was evidence in a case. It was stolen from the department's evidence room. There's the connection between the two cases.
You seem happy, Mr. Wright.
Happy? We just got handed our ticket to go to town on this case. With the link between the two cases established, we finally have some leverage. Now we can get Gant to testify about the details. It's not officially linked to this case, so I can't talk much about it. Right, it's the knife, That's on me, I fucked up. Objection! Oh yeah, I'm a save. It's not officially a case, so I can't talk much about it. That's not it. Fuck, what was it here again? Time of the crime. Okay, hold on. This knife was evidence in a case. It was stolen from the department's evidence room. Yeah. That was a bad day for the department. We weren't in any shape to do an investigation. Detective was killed at the police department. See? What a mess. Time of the crime? 5:15. Scary coincidence, eh? That's weird. What? Oh, okay. I just had to press this. Got it. Again. For the 80th time. Chief, the defense's position is simply this. The connection between these two cases has already been proven. Huh. You don't say. Well, out with it, Wright-o. What's your connection?
Yes, out with it, Mr. Wright.
The connection is a place mentioned in the testimony we just heard. The knife was found in the lot. The knife found in the lot was stolen. The police department's evidence room. Not to mention, the victim had on him the case number on the knife's evidence bag. And we also know that the detective murdered the police department. Murdered at the police department. Was killed in that very same evidence room.
Indeed. There There do seem to be too many connections for it to be a coincidence.
You two make a good pair. It took my men 2 days to find out what you deduced right here. Chief, I request that you release your information on the victim at the police department. See, that's the tricky part. It hasn't been announced yet, and all. Can we get the information unofficially? Sure, why not? It's unofficial after all. What? Really?
Who would have guessed? Who would have guessed? Or whatever.
I'll cooperate, but I can't reveal the name of the victim at the department, okay? If you're going to tell us a little, why not tell us everything? Ah, well, case information is sticky stuff. You have to do everything properly. Oh well, I guess I might as well try to get at what I can out of him. Okay, how about you tell me the victim's ID number? Hmm? Sure. Why not? It's not like you'll be able to tell who it is from that. Of course not. You won't tell me their name after all. We keep a tight lid on ID numbers, so don't go getting your head hopes up. The number is 542189.
Well, that's quite long.
And we have to remember these. It drives me nuts.
82. I can't do it.
You didn't even get the first number right.
Well, Mr. Wright, does this tell you anything?
The number of the victim at the police station, 5842-189. This tells me something. Actually, it does, Your Honor. It does. I think...
Meaning?
It has to be what I think it is. But what does this mean?
Well, let's hear what the defense has to say. You say the ID number of the detective who was murdered at the police station department tells you something? What does it tell you?
Take that! Take that! Witness!
What is it, Mr. Wright? You're grinning like a schoolgirl on prom night.
No, it's just... I got confused. And this is news. Huh? Just come out with both guns blazing like you always do. Oh! This is Ace Attorney Phoenix Wright. I'm playing it through a collection where they remastered the first 3 Ace Attorney games in the series called Ace Attorney Trilogy. You can get it on any modern platform. It's kind of like a whodunit and comedy and very anime. You're basically a lawyer trying to always, a defense lawyer trying to prove your client is innocent, but the series always goes like super crazy anime shit. like in the previous case, I called a parrot to the stand and I was cross-examining it. There's a ton of crazy shit in this series. It's weird, man. Fucking tutorial case, someone attacks you with a toupee. I'm just... The game is pretty good. The police department, the prosecutor's office. Also, Marco, how are you doing? Hope you're having a great day. Or not. Great day, night, or evening, depending on your region. There we go. 2 places, 2 detectives, murdered at one time. Actually, I happen to have a police ID number here.
Oh ho! Is it yours?
No, Your Honor. I'm a defense attorney, remember? This is the ID number of our victim, Detective Goodman. Shame on you, Righto! Personal IDs are top secret! Oh, fuck. Detective Goodman's ID number is... 584-2189.
And? This means what exactly?
Huh?
Wait! That ID number we heard from the chief earlier. That started with 82... I've forgotten.
You didn't even get the first number right. Again. The number the chief of police gave us was 5842189.
Objection!
Wait a second, Wright? What does this mean? That's what I want to know. The 2 ID numbers are identical. In other words, the detective killed in the police department's evidence room was Bruce Goodman. What does our witness think about that? Oh, ho, ho, ho. Sharp as a tack, Righto, sharp as a tack.
But wait! Detective Goodman is our victim! He was killed at 5:15 in the underground parking lot.
Yet, a Detective Bruce Goodman was also killed at the police department. In the evidence room at the exact same time!
Objection!
That's impossible! So what we're saying is... the same person was killed at the same time? And in a completely different location?
Order! 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 What does it mean?
No, I want to know is... why didn't I hear about this? Yes, it's top secret, fine. But I'm the prosecutor in charge of the case. Now, just wait a second, Worthy. No need to get all flustered. Your Honor. The police department has made a grave error in this case. Wait. I said wait. What, didn't you hear me? The oversight, the grave error. Mr. Edgeworth, they're yours. What?
How dare!
We informed you yesterday. I believe it was our Officer Meekins who brought you the news. Officer Meekins?
Mr. Wright, where have we heard that name before? Wait! Aha!
Oh! Excuse me, but is Mr. Edgeworth anywhere on the premises? I'm here, sir, at the request of the chief, sir. I've got your report, sir.
You don't mean him?
According to Meekins, you didn't accept the report. Hard to believe.
But your officer, he told me.
He said that report had nothing to do with the Lana Skye incident. Detective Bruce Goodman murdered in the police department evidence room. Mr. Edgeworth, the victim's name is written right on top of the report. Gah!
Why didn't your officer tell me?
Honestly, I'm not sure if that officer was capable of making the connection. He did seem challenged.
In any case, this is a serious error. A gross negligence of duty on your part, Werther.
Objection!
But, sir, you could have submitted that report this morning to the court as evidence. Then no such luck this time. Worthy, or should I say, unworthy.
What?
Now, what was the second rule of evidence law?
Well, Mr. Wright?
Huh? Oh, well, it's, rule number 2. Unregistered evidence presented must be relevant to the case on trial. And how is this rule relevant? Normally, you submit a list of evidence to be used in court before the trial. This report wasn't on that list.
So, what does that mean?
I couldn't submit this evidence until a connection was proven in court.
Yeah!
The connection was disproven by Wrighto over there. Good job, Wrighto, my boy. Huh? I was just doing my job. No.
No! It seems we have come to the end of the trial.
I know you're going through a tough time, Worthy. What with all those rumors? You were even in the defendant's chair just this past December. I apologize for this terrible lack of diligence on my part.
But, Mr. Edgeworth,
Please, just give me one day. I'll get to the bottom of what happened if it's the last thing I do. You'd better get the results this time. Really? You have my profound apologies, sir.
Poor matter, Mr. Edgeworth?
I don't think there's ever been an error this serious in the history of this court. I will grant one further day as the prosecution has requested. Will that be sufficient, Mr. Edgeworth?
Yes, Your Honor. Thank you.
Whatever your punishment for this is, for your sake, I hope it's not decisive. Very well, court is adjourned.
Yo, Pad Note. Hey, Pad Note, how you doing? Let me see. What time is it now so I know if I actually have time to continue or not. Where the fuck did my phone go? Oh shit.
Oopsie daisy.
Doing good? Dope, dope, dope. Let me see. That's a Dragon Ball trading card. Which is it? Oh, Hidden Power Oob. Duh. Where did I put... Where's my phone? I had it right here. There it is. I'm just an idiot. 1342. C 15. I have 1.5 hour. Yeah, I have time. I can continue. I don't need to stop here. All right.
Mr. Wright? So, what's going on with the case anyway? I'm a little confused.
Huh? Well, let's see. What is going on? The victim, Detective Bruce Goodman, was stabbed to death after 5 p.m. on the 21st. He died in the prosecutor's parking lot and the police department's evidence room.
What's this? And the evidence room part? The prosecutor's office and the police departments are 30 minutes apart by car.
Well, that's what we're going to find out. Or to try to, at least.
Alright, let's do it!
Glad she's in good spirits, but I'm not sure she's going to be much help with this. You're absolutely right. She's fucking useless.
Don't be so sure, Mr. Wright.
Huh?
Look, we're in this together, right? I'll prove that these thick-rimmed glasses of mine aren't just for show. Let's go! Science awaits us!
You don't know what science is. You've never... You'll get better when you're older. I'm just gonna check that there hasn't been any comments that have been automatically censored or anything like that, or just hasn't shown up on my screen. Nope, everything's here. Okay, cool. On we go!
You know, I really don't think we should worry about the police department murder. There wasn't even a body found there. Who cares?
Yeah, it was only our victim who was killed in their evidence room. No biggie. Bruh. Really, my dude? Nah. That don't fly here. I allow a lot of shit on here. No, that's the thing. I don't run by auto mod. I run by case-by-case basis. Yeah, that does not fly here. Yeah. And get this shit off screen. There we go. It's off the screen. Yeah, that does not fly on my stream. Also, thanks, Blah. Yeah, it was only our victim who was killed in the evidence room. No biggie.
Besides, my sister would never do such a thing. I know it.
That oil drum. Was it empty? Yeah, okay. I'm not gonna bother with the fucking flashbacks.
My sister erasing evidence at the crime scene? Never.
Even though she says they don't get along, Emma really likes her sister.
That's not it at all. It's just we're both professionals at what we do, and I trust her.
Big words for high school students. Well, whether there was blood on the floor or not, the water in that oil drum washed it all away.
Ignore the strength of my science at your own peril, Mr. Wright.
Huh? What's that grin for?
This situation calls for one thing, and that is luminol testing fluid.
Yes, and you're gonna give me that luminol fluid, and then you're gonna have me do it because you're too incompetent, and you're not gonna do a single fucking thing through the entire case, not even have an idea that's gonna help me with my case. And that, Emma, is what makes you the worst sidekick in the entire series. But you're alright when you grow up to actually be a cop, though. That's fine. I just can't stand... I'm sorry, guys. I can't stand young Emma. I like... well, like is a strong word. I don't mind older Emma. Luminol?
Blood is sticky stuff, you know. You can't just wash it away with a little water. Even if you can't see it, it's still there.
But wouldn't the police have already done the test? Those tests?
Never trust anyone's eyes but your own, Mr. Wright. Just give it a try.
Me? Why do I have to do it?
I'm a minor. I can't even drink yet.
Bitch, all you have to do is this. Ksh, 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 ksh. We're testing blood stains with this stuff, not drinking it.
Here, look, I'll lend you these glasses.
Huh? You had an extra pair of those... You had an extra pair of those things?
To test for a blood reaction, just spray luminol on it. Like this, see?
Okay, let's find us some blood stains. Alright. I can see her eyes shining behind those glasses. So, is this a blood stain?
It's so...
Emma, you're shaking.
It's just... This is my first time seeing real blood.
You're telling me you never had a fucking paper cut before? You never stubbed your toe? You never had a nosebleed? You never fell? You never... I didn't remember this was a thing. I kind of hate her more now for how sheltered she is. Anyway. Scientific investigation in action.
Okay, well... We definitely know that this is a blood stain. But that doesn't something strike you as odd? Scientifically speaking, of course.
Stop saying that. Here's the thing, though. She keeps saying scientifically, but it's always right after she says the most unscientific fucking thing in the world. Here's the thing. Luminol doesn't just show you blood. Okay? It'll show you a ton of shit. A ton. For example, semen. So, no, you can't just immediately go, oh, this is blood. No, you have to test it first and hope you get conclusive results. Anyway. The blood's location of the blood. Why, the bloodstain's location, of course. It's elementary, my dear Skye.
Huh? Why is that elementary? I mean, I would think that if there was a fight, you'd expect some bloodstains there.
I suppose you might think that.
Come on, Mr. Wright, we're all counting on you.
Yeah. Maybe it's the amount of blood that's odd?
I definitely think so. I mean... Look at all the blood on the sole of the victim's shoe.
It is pretty strange. If they fought here, there'd have to have been more blood than this.
Hey, Mr. Wright. I'm gonna mark up the floor plans when we find a blood stain, okay? See, I'm pretty handy to have around, right?
If you left at this point of the case, Emma, my progress in the game would have zero effect from you leaving. Zero. Nothing. Niche. Nada. As a sidekick, I mean. Not completely gone from, like, existing. Yeah, and this stuff's pretty handy, too.
I saved up my allowance to buy that. We can't be sure that the police will reveal all their evidence in court. Sometimes they fail to mention evidence that doesn't fit with their view of the case.
People love the fuck out of this character in the Ace Attorney community, it seems. And I think I know why. because I've seen a lot of Ace Attorney fans, they'll judge a character so much based solely on their sprite that if two characters do the exact same thing, but one sprite is better looking in their eyes than the other, they'll fucking hate the shit out of this character and love the hell out of this character. Like, they'll really... not everyone, right? But I've seen a lot of Ace Attorney fans are just like, oh, this character's amazing! And it's someone who happens to have, like, a cute sprite, but they're as useless as possible, but they'll even argue contradictory to the facts of the games. And then there's other cases where it's like one of the best and deepest and most fleshed out character in the game. And like, they're like, I hate him. Why? Ugly sprite or whatever. And I'm like, I don't know. Media illiteracy, I don't know. But I get it. There are characters I dig just because of character design as well, but I don't know. It only goes so far, man. Then let's drag that hidden evidence out into the light of day.
Yeah! It feels like we're really investigating a crime now, doesn't it?
Guess I should give this a spray on anything suspicious. I mean, we are. Ha! No. Oh, it's her. Huh. I wonder how that fluid of yours would react to a nice deli box. Oh, it's the one that's made for the streets.
Miss Star!
You only trust your own eyes, Not bad, you two.
This day-old deli box is on the house.
Sorry, it's just... that kind of lead-in doesn't really get my mouth watering.
Look! A door! This must mean something!
I'm not sure that doors mean anything.
No! It won't open! A mysterious lock!
I failed to see what's so mysterious about it.
Mr. Wright, you need to learn to enjoy life more.
Let's finish our investigation first, shall we?
Aha! A ladder!
That's a step ladder.
What's the difference? In scientific terms, please?
Scientific, huh?
Look at the basic nature of the thing, right?
This all seems so horribly familiar somehow. Alright.
Here, a phone. Let's see if it works.
Yo, they didn't even bother updating a single fucking dialogue on these things. Alright. Food distraction technique, yes. Also, she's made for the streets. Oh, fuck.
So this is where Miss Star saw the incident from, huh?
Yeah.
Huh.
That probably means she wasn't lying when she said she saw Miss Skye stab him. Who's the security guard anyway?
Well, this is just something I heard. But apparently he went out to buy coffee for Miss Star.
That woman is a force to be reckoned with. This is all dialogue.
So this is the famous diviner.
Sure helped us knock a hole in that testimony today. Come to think of it, this divider helped her case more than the actual witness.
The Great Divider, a chip of the old parking lot.
It's just a wall, scientifically speaking. So this is the infamous oil drum.
Well, no time like the present. I'll try to kick it over myself. Hiya!
That's okay. Don't cry. That Lana Skye must be one strong woman. B-block is through here. That's where the visitors park.
So, Miss Star climbed over this fence?
It seems so, yeah. That fence is 9 feet high at least.
Well, no time like the present. I think I'll give it a little try. Eek!
It's okay, don't cry. Maybe there's a Lunchland Olympics team?
That's about as red that's about as red as sports cars can get.
Yup, it's pretty red, alright. The body was found in the Edgeworth's car trunk, and the lock on the trunk was broken too. So the question is, why did Miss Skye choose this car? So what model is it? I think it was called a sedan or a coupe, something like that.
Those are car types, Mr. Wright, not models. You're a guy, aren't you, Mr. Wright? You're supposed to know these things.
Maybe it is about time I got my driver's license.
That's where we found that note.
2/21 SL9, the SL9 incident. Which probably is 2 out of 21, like there were total 21 pieces of evidence. That's number 2.
A case that was due for transferal the day of the murder.
And the detective in charge of the case was the victim.
I wonder what kind of case this SL9 incident thing was.
It's kind of hard to guess, just knowing the case number. Alright.
This row, is it?
Yep. They laid it in the outline of the victim's body.
So, wait.
Alright, this is all dialogue. Alright, here we go. Alright, we have to. That looks like a petrified piece of provolone. Huh? It's not. It's my attorney's badge. I'd think a petrified piece of provolone would fetch more on the open market. Look, my badge isn't up for sale. Not yet, at least. There's one thing I want to do, actually. Charlie! Oh. Mia's plant Charlie. I've been taking care of him in Maya's absence. Huh? He looks a little yellow today.
Oh, I watered him just now. I mixed in a lot, too.
Mixed in what?
Why? My very own scientific additive. Well, Charlie, you like it?
I told you he's turning yellow! Looks like it's cleaning day again at the hotel across the way. I hear they're planning a second branch outside the city. God! The bellboy was staring right at me.
He looks wimpy, but you can tell there's a sharp edge under that facade. That bellboy is going to be someday.
Wish someone would say that about me. There's a poster of Steel Samurai on the wall. Maya stuck it up here on the day she left. I didn't have the heart to take it down. I do sometimes get strange looks from the clients, though. Mia's desk. I see her even less now that I've stopped taking cases.
Uh-oh! I have a history test coming up next week. I better study. I'm borrowing this desk, okay? Let's see. George Washington was the first king of America.
Sorry, Mia. George Washington was the first king of America. Okay. Difficult-looking legal books, they stand in a formidable row. They mock me.
Oh, I tried studying one of those just now. Remember what they were talking about in trial today?
All right, evidence law. So, did you learn anything?
Well, when I tried reading it, it made my head hurt.
Oh.
Then, when I closed it, it slipped out of my hand and fell on my foot.
Oddly enough, I find myself identifying with her on this one. Well, where should we begin?
Oh well, isn't it obvious? We should begin with that, that thing.
The mystery of the victim, I guess. How could one man, Detective Goodman, be killed in two places simultaneously?
Oh well, you see.
As you can see, she has not paid attention at all. We should go to the police department. The evidence room, was it?
I'm not being very useful here, am I?
No, you are not. No, you're being very helpful.
Poor Mr. Edgeworth.
Yeah. I'm not redoing flashbacks. Fuck that.
There was that business with him not reading that officer's report.
Ah, about the killing at the police department? Right. Chief Police was right about that. But I can't help but think someone at the police department doesn't like Edgeworth. In charge of the initial investigation. The fact that they didn't bother updating this blurb of text because Gumshoe is not in charge of the initial investigation. In fact, he's not involved in the investigation at all. But alright. Emma Skye, 16. High school junior and self-styled scientific investigator, client sister of Lena Skye, age 29. Defender-in-chief prosecutor for the district, wounded on her right hand. Angel Star, 31. Mysterious lunch lady, witness to the murder, known as the Cough-Up Queen. Jake Marshall, age 33. A patrolman investigating the incident at the prosecutor's office. Thinks he's a cowboy. Bruce Goodman, age 36. The victim and a good man. Detective in charge of homicide and criminal affairs, Division 1. Damon Gant, age 65, District Chief of Police. Though he might not seem it, he's top dog in the PD. Alright. Since we had new characters, I thought we'd go over them real quick. See what their bios had to say. Yeah, you are useless. Yeah, old text.
This stuff is pretty expensive.
You don't say. How much does it cost?
I'd say about $10 per gram. Save up all my allowance to buy it.
Your allowance? Does your sister give you that?
Yes. We don't have parents.
Right.
Sometimes she even gives me a bottle instead of my allowance.
A bottle of luminol testing fluid? Man, I just take the allowance myself. Why would this have been in the car's exhaust pipe?
It's evidence from an old case, right?
Right, the SL9 incident. It was already solved, apparently. This knife was stolen on the day of the evidence transferal. Maybe I should look into this SL9 incident.
This photograph! Miss Star must have been seeing things!
And photographing things? This proves Miss Skye was there at the scene of the crime. She is connected to this crime somehow, but how? According to Miss Star's testimony, Miss Skye used her phone right after the murder. She called you, right?
But she hung up right away. And it was a bad connection. I couldn't hear anything.
Because it was an underground parking lot, I suppose.
She did say something about a muffler, but got cut off. So, Mr. Edgeworth's knife was the murder weapon.
Right. Or so the witness, Miss Starr, claims. She saw your sister stab Mr. Goodman with this knife.
Ugh. You know, all of this is that Angel Star's fault.
She's not the one on trial here.
Well, no, but she must have seen it wrong.
Her eyesight isn't on trial here either.
I bet you'd be pretty happy with the King of Attorneys shield too, huh?
We defense attorneys are a scattered, unrecognized bunch.
Still, I wonder why the trophy shield is broken.
It is pretty odd, huh? I doubt it has anything to do with this case, though.
That number was a clincher, wasn't it?
5842189. It's in the record.
The ID number of the detective killed at the police department that day at 5:15. Why, we found this card in the parking lot at the prosecutor's office.
Something to think about later when I'm not so busy.
Don't leave me here to do all the thinking alone.
Yeah, okay. Alright, let's move. certainly put me in a tight spot today. Apologies, Miss Star, but...
No, it's okay. It was my fault. Oh, we know.
I witnessed everything from that security room over there. But I was afraid that wouldn't sound convincing enough, you see. I was wrong to think that. I'm sorry.
Sorry? You lied on the witness stand. That's unforgivable.
Little girl, don't forget what's important here. Even if the place I witnessed the events from was different, I still saw what I saw. I saw Professor Chief Prosecutor Skye stab a man in cold blood, and that testimony still stands.
Ah!
I swear it on my honor as a detective. She stabbed Goodman. I know this photograph has something important to tell us, but what?
So, you were a detective, weren't you, Miss Star?
Yes, it was a long time ago. Well, 2 years ago. No matter how hardened the criminal when they faced me, they coughed it up. Hey, tennis! Coughed it up? They confessed. They babble like babies. You know, I may seem like a demon sometimes, but I can be an angel too. I wouldn't doubt it. Every day I drag the dirt out of mouths of suspect after suspect. And before long, they called me the cough-up queen.
Oh, and here I thought someone had gotten food poisoning from one of your lunches.
I thought she just didn't swallow at all. And you were let go? Fired? Not reading flashbacks. There we go. It's all because of that case, the SL9 incident. SL9? Wait, she doesn't mean... We gonna see if this woman has even more girlfriends? Not even more boyfriends, I mean. This is old.
What do you think about this?
The SL9 incident. It's written on that knife. And on that note. Goodman was the head detective on that case, you know.
Really?
That knife was evidence from that case. The murder weapon. It was due for transferal the very day that Goodman was killed. As I suspected. SL9 isn't over. Not yet. Do you think you could tell us more about the SL9 incident? She says no. No, I will not. No, I will not, she says. Someone used a marker to write their name on this. Emma Skye. Don't tell me you'll bring this with you everywhere you go.
Well, you never know where something might go down.
What kind of a world do you think we live in? Okay, I can't just... Alright, alright. Present more shit, I guess. Hold on, I'll be right back. I'm just gonna... Oops, that was an accident. That was an accident. I'll be right back, but I'll give you some... Oh, by the way, Tannis. Have you ever heard of this game right here? It's called Dual Heroes for the N64. It's a fighting game. Ever heard of it, Tannis? Do you know anything about it? It's like... It's dual as in like D-U-A-L, not D-U-E-L. It's A-L. Dual Heroes. But I'm just gonna have a quick BRB. Will not be long because of my limited stream time to begin with. You know, just take a piss, that kind of thing. BRB. was more than I thought it would, and it seems like I'm gonna have to end stream. Well, this is a nice place to... I don't know, this is not the worst place to stop, I guess. And I will be seeing you guys next week, though. Let me save my game and shit. Now, I usually do this outro without my fucking VR headset on, but... yeah. I would like to give shoutouts to Padnote who dropped by, FXXX, I think that was the name. Thank y'all for coming by. I would like to give a shout out to my boy, The Not Gaming 4K. He plays a lot of fighting games. He'll play a lot of Tekken on his channel. He's planning to put in an episode of something called the Protagonist series, where he plays as the protagonist of a fighting game and plays it all the way through. So he's planning to do Twisted Metal 1, playing as Outlaw in that in the future. I would like to shout out Kuriyami, who does amazing work on Kingdom Hearts, and he's done Dark Souls, and is also playing Final Fantasy X-2 at the moment. Like, out of Kingdom Hearts content, you'll be finding a lot of level 1 stuff on his thing, and he's pretty fucking good at it. I'd like to give a shout out to my boy Tanis. Yeah, you made it in time. I'd like to give a shout out to my old howdy doodly deedly neighbor, Happy Huntsman. And yeah. So I'm gonna have to say, thank all y'all sexy ass motherfuckers for dropping by. I hope all you have a sexy ass day, night or evening, depending on your region. Let me redo that. Hope all y'all have a sexy ass day, night or evening, depending on your region. As much as signing out. Peace the fuck out. And
Scientifically.